Again, hello and good morning, everybody. Uh, the topic is not easy topic. First of all, it is a refugee issue, which is, especially for Turkey, one of the top on the agenda of nearly every topic. Even in the family visits, you can speak about refugees or Syrians or generally guests in Turkey, as we called. And also, interfaith or faith relation or religion of refugees, it really is getting much more difficult to speak about it. Just to give some figures about the refugee issue in Turkey, in last 4 years, more than 2 million people are now in Turkey. And about 2.3 million are in Turkey. And about 2.2 is mainly from Syria and some from Iraq. Moreover, more than Syrians and Iraqis, Turkey was already and on the way of the migrants from Asia to some African countries, to the different parts of the world. People was using Turkey to go to Europe, like Italy, like some other countries who are main points for way of the refugees. I want to give some scenes from the life of refugees, and then how it is the perception from our side. Refugees or Syrians, the perception from Turkey has, I'm grouping in 3 big groups. One of them, in the life in the camps. From the beginning of the crisis in 2011, Turkey with the government, with Turkish Red Crescent, we started to establish camps. Life in the camps is much more regular, with advantages and also with disadvantages. There are some services given properly, like education, like health, like shelter, like some other humanitarian needs are given properly, but also limited. There is no permit for work, there is no permit for some extra services or allowance to go and come easily. And now in Turkey, about 250,000 people are living in the camps, some more addition. The second big group, in fact, which is really a social risk and a social capacity at the same time, people living outside of the camps. This is nearly 6 times or 7 times more than people in the camps. They are living in the cities, they are living in Istanbul, they are living in Ankara, they are mainly living in the border cities. There are some cities like Kilis. Normal population before Syria crisis, the population was 100,000. Now the population is more than 200,000, more than Turkish people. There are Syrians in Kilis. Or in Urfa, there is more than 400,000 people are living just in Urfa, just in one city. And by time, Istanbul is the 2nd or 3rd city as the number of Syrians in Turkey. The life and the scenes, the views of the Syrians are very in big scale for Syrians. For example, some of them are living in 4 family, 5 family living in 1 flat. Or some of them has some companies who has some Turkish workers. That's why from rich families, rich Syrian families, to the really very poor families are living at the same time in Turkey. And for the services, from different perspectives, we can speak about it. First, for health services, they have same rights as Turkish citizens. They can go to the state hospitals and they can take the services like Turkish people. But for example, in education, we cannot say same thing for refugees. I don't want to enter the details. If you want on the question and answers, we can talk about it. And as the third big group, IDPs inside the Syria, Syrians inside the Syria. 6 million people, I'm speaking generally, 6 million people are inside the Syria as IDP. They change their land from one village to another village, from urban to rural areas, or from rural areas to the urban areas. It's very dynamic, and it is very difficult to follow up the maps of where are the Syrians. Just in one day, a couple of thousands or a couple of 100,000 people can move. Like in previous year, in 2014, in September, just in 3 days, we took nearly 200,000 people from Kobane or from Suruç, from Turkey's side. Or in last month, just after the Russian bombings, we know that more than 100,000 people moved from Halep to another parts of the Syria. And Turkey is again important for Syrians inside the Syria because the crisis is mostly on the north side of the Syria, and which is south of the Turkey, and the relief items which can easily go from Turkey, not from Jordan or not from Lebanon. These are just figures, but I know that I'm very far away from how to tell about the lifestyle or what is the conditions of their life. But I want to give some more figures about the condition with the results of the questionnaires. We have services as a Turkish Red Crescent in these three big groups. In the camps we have services for outside of the camp, and we have services for inside the Syria. I mean, we are facilitating for all of the organizations from world to send some relief items to inside the Syria. We have community centers inside Turkey for outside of the camp livers. And for that community centers, for choosing the exact place, where is exact need, or what kind of services is needed, we had some time to time we are making questionnaires for Syrians. One of the information, in fact, two information was very valuable for me and for my organization, and I hope for you also. We asked that, let's say that today the war is ended. Do you want to go back? Because under this question, there are lots of factors, as all of us can guess that. I mean, this is Arabic, but it's also we are using in Turkish the word vatan, the homeland, or the condition of their homeland, the work issue, the services of the community services from health to the education. They know all about their country. I mean, what is left, what is still they have. The answer was, do you want to go back when the war is ended? 70% of them said that, yes, we want to go back to my country. We want to go back to my village. This was important. The second question was, the war is going on, and you have a chance to go to another country, Europe, US, even Japan, Canada, wherever you want. First, do you want to go? Second, which country do you want to go? This was very important, I believe that. 78 of them said that, no, we want to stay in Turkey. I mean, I believe that this is important, but the rest, 22%, means that at least more than 400,000 people, which is already, you can see on the Mediterranean Sea. Some of them are trying to go, some of them are unfortunately not. When we check, I think this also needs much more research about what are the reasons, what are the factors under this. But one of the reasons when we speak with the Syrians is religion. Because especially after what is happening in the last years in Europe, they say that if we go to Europe, yes, there are some economical advantages, but there are some possible bad conditions for me, for my family, and for my lifestyle of Islam. That's why this is one of the perception, I believe, that is affecting refugee conditions, refugees' lifestyle, and the real factors why refugees want to go or not want to go to Europe or other parts of the world. I just want to stay here. I know that even I have lots of questions from what I will listen. Thank you very much.